Hi everybody, welcome back to Vlogmas 2022, where I am posting either a video or a live stream every day in the month of December. I'm also in the middle of my 25 days of planner giveaways from December 1st through 25th, so if you're watching this video sometime in that time frame, go over to the community tab. Every day I'll be giving away a planner as thanks to my community for being awesome this year and every year. In the meantime, let's talk about these planners this planner and notebooks. All of the planners, for the most part, that I'm reviewing in the month of December were definitely requests. I don't think I'd heard of any of these. And this was one of them. This one was requested by a couple of different people over on Instagram, and I was very fascinated by it once I went to the website. So the company is called Wisdom Supply Planner Review, and from the website it says, "Zero waste for good. We design plastic-free, vinyl-free, and spiral-free school and office supplies because the mass production of wasteful products is off the rails." And I both feel very called out, and I totally get that. So it's a very good mission. I'm excited about it. I actually ordered 3 items from them, and we're going to talk about both of them. Well, 2 of them kind of go into the same category. So we'll talk about the notebooks first and come back to the planner. So these are the no waste notebooks. They carry them. There's 6 different types: a 5x5 graph, a 4x4 graph, dot grid bujo style, college ruled, sketch, and storybook, which is the kind where it's like an elementary school when you have the wide lines and then the empty spot up at the top. They start at $5. Both of these, the graph by 5x5 and the bullet journal, are $5.75. The covers are 100% recycled, 30% post-consumer waste pages, 100% recyclable, made in Northern California, 44 pages each, perfect bound, 8 by 10 inches, 70-pound paper, no bleed through. So I got these 2. The colors are, you don't get to choose the colors. You choose the inside, and each inside has its own color. So the graph paper 5x5 is this one, the bullet, obviously. Okay, so they will lie flat, but you got to kind of press them down. This is the grid. The grid paper goes all the way from top to bottom, all the way from edge to edge, with a nice dark gray and a nice white paper. It's a very nice looking grid. It's dark enough that you can see it without being so dark that it's like obnoxious. The grid is indeed, that's an inch, my bad. I was like, why isn't that looking right? 5 millimeters square, and it just covers the whole page. Paper's nice and thick. The cover is an uncoated cardstock. They go with uncoated because it's recyclable. And that's basically the here and there of the notebook. I think my only real issue with it is you really have to force it, like train it down to make it lie flat. But other than that, this could be a great lettering practice notebook, because I think graph paper is probably the best way to practice a lot of lettering, even more so than dot grid. So this might be my recommendation from here on out, because for $5.75, it's a great lettering practice supply. P.S. The planner has the same paper. I am definitely going to test the pens on that. Bullet journal, also just a uncoated cardstock cover, nice dark gray, but not too dark dot grid that goes almost, there's like a very, very, very small margin of about, it looks like 6 millimeters on the side. Yeah, it's like a 6 millimeter margin all the way around, but other than that, it is dot grid up and down with 5 millimeter dots. The paper feels really nice. It's nice and smooth. There is a tiny bit of a tooth to it. It's nice and white. The dots look super nice. The biggest issue with these notebooks is just the training. I think it might be a little harder too because they're such slim notebooks, but I think that's part of their deal. They want them to be slim so that you don't waste, like, you're not getting a massive notebook when you're only going to need a few pages. I'll probably hang on to these though, because I can always use a couple extra notebooks, and I think these would be fabulous for lettering. So these will likely not be in the giveaway. And it also looks like the bullet journal notebook is slightly bigger. So I'm going to set these to the side and let's get to the real meat of this. This is the planner. So this is the 2023 Zero Waste Weekly Planner. It comes in 2 sizes. The small, which is 6 by 8.5 vertical, which is not A5, but it's close. It's like A5 adjacent. This is the large, because I like them big. This is the large planner. It is 8.5 by 11 horizontal. So if you want a vertical planner from these people, you have to buy the small one. And if you want a horizontal planner, you buy the big one. It's letter size paper. 7 colors are available for the large. I picked Nicobar. Most of the covers are named after endangered or somewhat endangered animals. Nicobar is a pigeon. Look it up. Fucking gorgeous. This color, like rainbow color, is very like similar to this pigeon's coloring. It's $45.50 for the planner, 8.5 by 11, January through December format. The starting week is Monday, 12/26/2022. The ending week is Monday, 12/25/2023. 136 pages, perforated corners, enlarged year at a glance page, important dates page, 3 extra notes pages. Binding is lay flat, but does require break-in. They mention that. They even have a video on how to break it in. The 70-pound paper, the cover's 100% recyclable. They use 100% recycled. They use plant-based inks, and you should be able to recycle this whole notebook. They also make the covers they print this all in-house. So let's take a look at it. The cover it's a very muted rainbow. I think it's really pretty. It's obvious it was printed on craft paper, which I think is neat. And it's got because it's uncoated, it has just a very nice kind of cardboardy feel, which I find kind of appealing. And the inside is the same kind of craft paper. So I'm just breaking it in. So if you win this planner, you'll get it already pre-broken in somewhat. Here is a quote. The paper is very thick feeling. It's the same paper as the other paper, but yeah, maybe because it's bigger, I've got like a bigger grasp on it. So here is your year at a glance for 2023. It has a Monday start and the weekends are in red, and it's very kind of open, like the size of the planner is big, so it feels like there's a lot of room to like utilize this for like school days off or whatever. It doesn't feel cramped. And then this is like the important dates type page. You have 9 lines for each month, and there's a little spot for the date and then whatever it is. So you can use this for birthdays or for appointments or for whatever. This is all in this is not black. I feel like it's a very dark gray is the actual printing in here. And then at the bottom, it says year at a glance, important dates. So it tells you what the pages are. It also gives you the perforated corners in the bottom. The way I've seen these used before is that you tear the corner when you're done using the page. So it always takes you to what day you're on or what week you're on. Then here is your monthly spread. And yeah, it looks like it gives you like the lines here for the lie flat, but that's it, like the guide on how to train it. It does look like when you train it down, it doesn't remove any of the space of these days. They all look narrow the same. So that's interesting. But I do think that this, at least here at the beginning, could be really difficult for a lefty to use just because even though it's book bound, it is very kind of poofy. The monthly calendar has a Monday start, and it looks like even when it goes to the 6 weeks, it doesn't double them up anywhere. It gives them the full size. The days are very tall and narrow, and the only red, so the Saturday and the Sunday at the top are red, but not the days, and the holidays at the bottom are listed, and they are in red. Let's take a look what holidays we've got. December is always a good month to check. We've got Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa. There's not a ton of holidays in here. It's not a very extensive holiday list. I do like that they're at least not listed on the calendar. They're down here, so you could cover it up if you wanted to, if you don't give a fuck about the holidays. What I do like is that your opposite page for the month gives you a full like college ruled notes page, including like a red line up here. So there's a header space, but that's especially with the size of this paper, that is a massive amount of note space for the month. The font that they're using for up here is super cute. It's got kind of a, I'm kidnapping you and here's your ransom note kind of look to it. And then it looks like the start of each month has this like black little thing. It's not a divider, but it is like a tab, like a way to tell you what month is what, so you can see them from the side. Then here's your weekly layout. It is a horizontal layout. The holidays continue. They're listed here on the bottom, and the days are in red. So that is the same as it would be on the monthly. It's the same holidays, but again, you could cover this up, whatever. It gives you a little lined section. You get 3 lined sections per day for the weekdays, and each lined section has 6 lines per section, so 18 lines per day. And then the weekends, you get 1 section per day, but the section is longer. I've said before, I prefer weekends getting equal space. However, the big difference is that you get a full lined notes page with each week, so you have plenty of room to add more stuff, so that doesn't bother me quite so much. The pages are numbered down here at the bottom where the perforated is, but the number looks like it's the week of the year. So 52 means this is the last week of 2022. And then number 1, first week of January 2023, is week 1 right here in the corner where it's perforated. And then we move to the next month, and then you get all the way through the planner. It's just a basic horizontal planner. And then at the end, you get those extra notes pages they were talking about. 1, 2, and like 2/3 with more information in here in the back, including the fonts that they use, which I think is very cool. And that's the end of the planner. Then you've got a cardstock cover. I actually think that this could be a really nice planner. I think the biggest issues with this is that there's a lot of horizontal layout planners you can pick out at Target, and I do plan to do, some of you requested an affordable planner series. I do plan to do that, but I would say that those planners don't have as many notes pages, nor are they recyclable. So those both could make the higher price more useful for you. But for a full year planner, it's still not a bad price. Let's test this paper. The paper is not bright white. The paper is more ivory. It did say it was 70 pounds. I am using the same pens I've been using for pen testing, a Pentel Energel RTX 07, Staedtler pigment liner, a Tombow dual brush pen, a Zig clean color dot marker, and a Zebra mild liner. First and foremost, I'm heavy-handed. I press down lightly and harder with the dot pen, although it's hard to tell. And I did a single and a double pass of the highlighter. This paper soaked the pen up. That's why these dots look so close together. The ink just went like right into it. So yeah, there is some level of bleed through with the double pass of the highlighter and with the Zig clean color dot marker. There's ghosting, maybe very close to a bleed through with the single pass of the highlighter and the Tombow, but there is no ridging with the gel. Well, there's a little bit of ridging with the gel pen, no ridging with the fine liner, and mostly just ghosting. So I would say this is pretty marker friendly paper. You just need to make sure that the markers are not very inky and that you're not using your heaviest of hands on them. But I think you could really do some highlighting and stuff in this planner. Overall, I think this is an extremely cool mission. I really like the notepads. I'm unconvinced about the lie flat binding like it does, but it requires a lot of training. You're probably gonna have to like break the spine a little bit. Overall, I think that it is a cool planner. And I like the layout. Like, aside from the fact that it's recyclable, I like the way there's a horizontal side and then a notepad page for every single day, every single week. I think that that is super handy and could come in great for people who kind of want to skirt the middle between bullet journaling and weekly planning. So that could be interesting. I will be giving this away. I'm going to keep the notebooks, but I'm giving this puppy away. So make sure to check out the 25 days of planner giveaways on my channel. Also, don't forget in the comments to leave me both your thoughts on this planner, any other planners you'd like me to take a look at in 2023, as well as just how you're doing today. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, friends, peace.